Shit. Here we go. It's been a while since I did one of these. What's going on, everybody? It's your dating coach, Elliott Scott, and as you can see by the title below, I'm going to cross my feet on this one. You can't see, but this is going to be a very in-depth video, and I'm very confident with this. We're going to talk about ghosting. Maybe not a how-to guide, because I don't want to promote that, but a psychological guide on why we humans, now of course we're going to talk about men here, but humans in general ghost, why you got ghosted, and breaking it down, okay? Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I love you forever, along with the bell notification so you get my videos like this right when I literally a second after I post them. So, jumping into the concept of ghosting. It's been around forever, but the term is fairly new, several years back. Probably because it happens more often than it should, okay? With technology and dating apps and more long-distance relationships coming around, because of technology and dating apps, ghosting happens to everybody at some time in their life. You're going to be ghosted, and you're probably going to ghost someone, statistically, okay? A lot of women who come to me have been ghosted, and they want to know why. And that's what this video is about. So, I want you to understand this concept first. And it's the fact that the human mind, male or female, is based on survival and comfort. You need to think of yourself as a cute little weasel, or if you want to be an ugly weasel, whatever, but a cute little weasel who is bouncing his way, threading his way through life from one comfort to another. And there is a great quote I heard from Leo from actualize.org. I don't know if you ever watched that YouTube channel. Amazing channel. But he talks about how humans, if you want to live a great, profound, worthwhile life, you only have to do one thing. And that's challenge what is emotionally displeasing. Do opposite of what's emotionally displeasing. So for example, if you want to have that cake, don't eat that cake. If you want to procrastinate, don't procrastinate. If you want to go walk up and talk to that guy but you're afraid, go walk up and talk to that guy. Okay, you get what I'm saying. If you're afraid of, if you fear something, face your fear. Life will be amazing if you do that. It'll be very productive, and things will just line up, and you at the end of your life, you'll be like, holy shit, I lived a good life, if you do that consistently. Now, what does that have to do with ghosting? Everyone has that little weasel in them. And when it comes to comfort, men tend to go two routes. You can go the moral route or the comfort route. And when you go the comfort route, the weasel comes up, goes into his head and says, hey, I hate confrontation and accountability. Okay, I hate having to have this discussion and go back and forth with this woman. She's not just going to take the breakup lightly and let you go about your way. So why don't you just ghost her? And so this is why ghosting happens a lot in the beginning of relationships or dating. Okay, like if you never met and you just started talking and texting, you're going to get ghosted. Well, I don't really think that's ghosting because you don't owe you anything. He hasn't met you. But if you're dating for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and the guy does tend to ghost, it's more likely to happen in the beginning than 6 months down the road, a year down the road, and things like that. So it's much more likely to happen in the beginning. Why? Because obligations. Because he doesn't feel like he owes you anything. Entitlement. It's like, okay, I've only known the girl I only met her on 2 or 3 dates. Fuck, who cares, right? Cut my losses kind of thing. And so you're most likely to get ghosted in the beginning of relationships. But the reason a man ghosts you is because of confrontation and accountability and comfort. Our brains, even though this is not the thing you should do in the long run, it thinks if I pull away, if I escape discomfort, if I go back into my comfort zone, if I run away from challenges or discomfort, I'm A-okay. From a survival perspective, that's true. But in life, you need to be challenged. You need to go towards things. You need to have goals. You need to have passions and shit like that. So it's not going to work out and you're going to live a miserable life otherwise. But a man will pull away, okay, when he's thinking about ghosting you. And then he's going to ghost you or not, depending on this now. The weasel comes up. And the Weasel's convincing him from a comfort standpoint, the mind, hey, ghost this bitch, okay? Now, depending on what would depend on him ghosting you or not are two things. It's the accountability or the beginning stages. He's thinking, okay, well, I've only met her once. Is it really ghosting if I've only met her? You know, that kind of stuff. He's going to start to try to justify it because, I mean, no matter what, whether a guy's ghosting you or not, he is going to justify it because naturally, you know, the weasel brain will come up and he will answer the question, should I ghost her? And then morals come into play. So what dictates if he's going to actually ghost you or not is his morals. You know, well, should I? You know, that's kind of a shitty thing to do. I wouldn't want someone to ghost me and things like that. But again, the reason you see it so much is because there is accountability and confrontation and the fact that guys don't want to be held accountable and guys don't want to be confronted. But from a selfish sense, what is the repercussion or what is the downfall of ghosting? He doesn't have to answer to you. He can just ghost you, block you on everything, and that's it. He knows you. I mean, especially if in the beginning, if you only talked a couple times or met a couple times and things like that, you know, he knows you're going to get over it. So you understand what? There's no accountability. There's no downfall besides just being a shitty person. But of course, he's going to get over that because again, everyone's shitty at some times in their life, and everyone ghosts and everyone gets ghosted again at some time. So there's no downfall to him actually doing it. So the ramifications are low. The upside of ghosting, besides from a moral aspect, is pretty high. It's like, why wouldn't I? Now, I know that's, again, I know everyone's saying, well, that's just shitty. That's unacceptable. I agree 100%. I'm not an advocate for ghosting. I don't want you to, you know, think I run around here with my white cloth over my head, you know, my bed sheet just go, ooh, no. I'm with you on it. But I'm just trying to break down the psychology on why people do it. It's that weasel in their head that seeks comfort and this discomfort to be held accountable for his actions, even though he should in confrontation. Men know it's not as easy. Hold on, grab my cat right here. Come here, hold on, watch this. Gotcha, bitch, come here. Oh, looky. This is LV. Hi, little LV. LV doesn't ghost. LV just loves. Come here, get out here, bitch. Okay, so, you know, the weasel pops up and he's confronted with the devil's in the opportunity is basically what I'm saying. It's like, I can do it. And of course, that's based on the following. How much he likes you or how much he doesn't. If he's going to ghost you, I guess it's how much respect he has for you. Number one. Number two, how long have you two been talking? 3, his moral compass. 4, if he could actually get away with it and things like that. So remember those 4 things. That's what's going to dictate if he ghosts you. Now, on why he ghosts you, that could be many reasons. That could be, hey, I'm not feeling it. You're not what I thought you were in the beginning. Things have changed. I'm mad at you. We got in a big fight. I can't do distance anymore. Whatever it is. Now, those are not good reasons to ghost, but those are reasons that guys do it, okay? So I hope you got something out of that. I know this is a pretty fast video, but I think ghosting is pretty self-explanatory. If you got ghosted, it's not your fault. It's the guy's because it's a moral compass, and sadly, he doesn't have it. He listened to the weasel instead. Okay, so if that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.